I just got started reading the Odyssey as part of my huge read-through of both of Homer's epic poems. I already read the Iliad and posted the update videos for that, and now I'm jumping into the Odyssey, which, unlike the Iliad, I've read before now. I read the Odyssey years ago. It was a pretty dated prose translation of it, but despite that, I quite enjoyed it. So I know that I'm going to like the Odyssey again. The Iliad I found to be quite dense and difficult and a little bit boring in places, but the Odyssey was just this gung-ho adventure the whole time, and I was really digging it. And I know that this revisit is going to be a lot more significant. I'm going to get a lot more out of it than I did the first time reading it, partially because now that I've read the Iliad, I've been introduced intimately with some of the characters that are going to be cropping up in the Odyssey. In fact, I wasn't even aware of the character names that come up in Odysseus's journey from the Iliad. Like, obviously, I knew Odysseus is in both epic poems, but I had forgotten that he meets people like Nestor and even Helen of Troy from the Iliad. Like, I guess the names kind of slipped my mind. Now, I read the introduction. That's the one part that I've read so far, and it was 80 pages long. It was like everything and the kitchen sink, contextualizing the Odyssey, talking about the roles of men, the roles of women, the historicity, and like the time it was written, how the people's impressions of the Odyssey have changed over time, over the centuries. So, what did the early Christians think of it? What did the, Romans think of it? And all this stuff. It was a really great way of getting these analytical breakdowns of the Odyssey while also refreshing myself of what's going to be coming here. And so I'm really excited to get into it. The Odyssey has a lot of stuff that I absolutely adored and very memorable, very well paced. It's very funny at times, suspenseful. Now, the one thing I remember kind of struggling with was Odysseus' son, Telemachus, because the story cuts back and forth between Odysseus and his son, who is trying to find him. And I found the stuff with Telemachus to be a little bit slower to get through, and I just was like, yeah, come, get back to Odysseus. I want to get back into the adventure. But now that I know about Athena and more about this story from the Iliad, I feel like I'm going to get more out of these sections. So I'm really excited to get into the Odyssey, and I hope that you follow along with me as I read through it.